Thank you for joining me today for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more Kickstarter goodness. This time it's Saw, the Jigsaw Trials, brought to you by Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures. It's for 1 to 6 players, ages 18 and above. It takes about 40 minutes to play to 120 minutes to play, depending on which scenario you are playing. So I was a backer for this Kickstarter. It just came in today, literally 5 minutes ago. It came into the house and I said, you know what? Let me get on this and make sure we do a great unboxing for this one. So I was a backer on it. So far, I'm just checking out the artwork on the front cover. Loving what I'm seeing so far. Very excited about this game. So let's take a look at the back, what it says. To become his successor, you must survive his trials. Do you want to play a game? Collect tools and try to keep hold of your limbs in this trap building fight for survival. Jigsaw's time is coming to an end. In his search for a successor, he has captured you all in his workshop with everything you need to create his traps and everything you need to break them. The game is simple. Build the best traps to challenge your opponents while preparing to escape those set against you. The last player left alive will be worthy of taking the Jigsaw name. Let the game begin. We have 6 playable characters, dozens of tools for survival, unique Jigsaw damage system. And here's all the great people who are bringing this game. This was created in 2023 by Lionsgate Entertainment Incorporated and Iconic Studios. For more information about this game, again, this Kickstarter just got in my hands now. For more information about this, you go to www.iconicstudios.com. And there are over 2,000 trap combinations for this game. So I'm really looking forward to this. Again, the game is for 1 to 6 players, ages 18 plus. 40 minutes for a 2-player game and up to 120 minutes for a 6-player game. So it could take quite a while to get through. All right, well, let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So I'm going to move it to the side real quick. Oh, unfortunate box I got was a little dinged, which makes me not very happy, but it is what it is. It did come from Europe, so that can happen from time to time. Yeah, hopefully none of the components were damaged in the box. That's what's most important. All right, so we'll get the wrapping off this. And there we have it. As you can tell, again, like I just said, the box got a little dinged, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. And hopefully that ding won't affect us opening the box, which it appears to be doing so. Oh, there it goes. Let's take that past the ding. It's a nice tight box, so I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the box off. There it goes, and there we are. So let's take a look here. There's everything that's in the box. Looks like a lot of cool stuff. All right, we're gonna put this to the side and see what happens here. All right, Jigsaw, the Jigsaw Trials. Again, the creators, all that stuff brought to you by Lionsgate. Okay, Iconic Studios and Twisted Pictures. All right. So let's see. Hello, I want to play a game. Over the years, I've had many apprentices, but none have been worthy of continuing my legacy. Now the cancer has spread throughout my body, and my time is coming to an end. Each of you has been picked as a potential new candidate, someone capable of becoming my successor. But first, you all have lessons to learn. The room you are all trapped in used to be my workshop. It's filled with everything you need to create my tests and everything you need to break them. If you know where to look, the better tailored the traps, the harder they will be to escape. The game is simple. You must create traps for the others while using whatever you can find to escape those who set for you. The game is won when only one of you remains. That person will be worthy of taking the Jigsaw name. Let the game begin. And again, it gives you your table of contents, everything that's in there, tells you about your setup. The game overview, it says, you take turns to draw cards, create traps, and prepare yourself to tackle traps set against you. The objective is to combine cards to tailor traps against your opponents. The better the trap, the harder it will be for your victim to escape, causing them to take injuries to their arms, legs, or even lose blood. The human body contains 10 pints of blood. This is the most essential part of survival. When all your blood is gone, you are out. There is no healing in this game. The only way to survive is to make sure the other candidates bleed out quicker than you. The last player left alive wins. Let the games begin. So, the game revolves around 5 traits: violence, corruption, obsession, addiction, and greed. Okay, I'm going to take this down just a little bit. Take it down a little bit more. Okay, so we got here. So on your turn, there are 4. You have follow in this order. So on your turn, draw 3 cards from the deck. You still need to do this on turn 1. Use cards and rearrange your workbench. Discard cards. See the right of this page for details about hand size. Discard cards go face up in a discard pile. Set a trap. If you have a complete trap in your workbench and a billy or a video card in your hand, then you can set somebody a trap. Nobody can set a trap on turn 1. Remove 1 blood for each lost limb. More about this on page 9. You can ignore this for turn number 1. So you got your workbench and hand size, character cards, types of cards. You got tools, search, trap parts, billy, and special. Tools, search icons. You have a bin, toolbox, a room map, metal detector. Then you got traps, anatomy of a trap, setting a trap, the challenge, drawing cards from the deck, from the discard pile. Examples of gameplay, which you can and can't do. Taking damage, the sacrifice, ending a trap, billy, make your choice. The billy card is the most important card in the game. It has 2 functions, and it's up to you which you use it for. If you have a complete trap in your workbench, you can use the billy card to set it against an opponent. However, when you are trying to overcome a trap set against you, a billy card can be used as 3 points towards any trait value. This can be extremely useful when you are trying to avoid damage. The billy card is discarded after use. Deciding how and when to use a billy card is critical. Okay, special cards. You have the tourniquet, anesthetic, the pig, reverse bear trap, and the video. Saw token. You got blood, limbs, and damage. Mild, severe, loss. Allocating damage. You got a tourniquet. Damage impact. Mild, severe arm, severe leg, loss. You can also do extreme mode, playing in other ways. You have solo trials. And again, you have your solo play, how to play, billy and video, the pig, reverse bear trap, how to win, things to remember. So if you're playing solo, once all 13 traps have been cleared, assuming you are still alive, you have won. Oof. Ooh, guys, 13 traps, that's pretty rough. Character scenarios setup, you have Thomas's trial, Gabriel's trial, you have Rhea's trial, Nolan's trial, Hamish's trial, and Emily's trial. You got 3 rankings: survive with no damage, survive with no blood loss, and survived. In the back, on your turn, it gives you a nice little handy guide to how to play the game on your turn, setting a trap, challenges, and sacrifice. There's your rulebook. Rulebook not too bad. Rulebook appears to be take away the solo mode, it is 10 pages in length, so that's not bad. That's not too bad, not too bad at all. So there you go, we got our rulebook right there. Next up, we have our player boards. So we got our player boards. So we got front and backs. All right, so let's take a look here. We got Hamish Miller. We've got Nolan Ward, Thomas Perez, Rhea Carter, Emily Guan, Gabriel Hall. So we got different pieces up here of the puzzle. Again, let me just go back here real quick. Again, this is not a how-to play video, but this is definitely a learning thing here. So Over here, her violence trait is 0. Her corruption is 1. Her addiction is 2. Her obsession is 2. Her greed is 4. So her high is greed. So it looks like the front and back are the same. 42210, 42210. Yes, they're the same. So front and back are the same. So each character has different traits that are important to them. Each one has a story that goes according. Now, I'm not going to ruin anything for anybody, so I'm not going to read over the story parts and stuff like that. But each of them has a story as to why they were selected by Jigsaw to play the game. So there you go. So we got the rule book over here. It raises up just a little bit, so we get a little bit more room on this. So you got the rule book, and we got our player cards. So you got a total of 6 players that you could be. Each player picks one person to be. Okay, and of course you get the nifty little bag to keep it in. Ooh. And we have our character. Nothing on the back. So this is going to be, again, the legs, the arms, the wounds. That I think these are going to be your wound trackers. Okay, so one, and you have one for each of the characters. So Hamish is the top card. Hamish is the police officer, so there you go. Put him right there with that. Appears that you have card holders. It says mechanism, object, escape. So those are your card holders. I'm assuming these are your card holders. You got 3 of them, not sure. Mechanism. Okay, you got 3 of these things. That's in the box too. Not sure. I'm assuming they look like card holders to me, but not quite sure. But we'll put those over here. They do look like the slots up there look like that's where you would put cards in. Ah, there's stuff underneath. Okay, that's what I thought. So the box has 2 levels. You have different jigsaw pieces. So we're gonna come back to those. You also have you have a hacksaw. All right, you got a hacksaw. That's cool. That's really cool, reminiscent of the first game. So again, I'll show you the inside of the box real quick. So this is where everything came out of, and then you have an underground also. You have an under here. So it's a dual set of plastic inserts inside the box. Okay, so we got a bunch of jigsaw pieces here. Let's see what these entail, shall I say. Oh, points, these are the blood. So I'm assuming these are blood loss. So you got tokens. You've got 8. Oh, for your pints of blood that you're losing. 8, 9. So they go from 1 to 10. So that's what these are. Pints of blood that you've lost. Okay. Ooh, so I'm assuming that possibly this goes up top here like this. Yep. There's your 1. Yep, so you put them in there like that. Yeah, I'm assuming that's how it works. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So you got a bag full of tokens for your blood loss. So you start off at 1, and if you lose 10 pints of blood, you die. So it's about managing your blood loss and your wounds in this game. So that's very much so true. Okay. Okay, so these are basically your wound markers if you think about it from that perspective. Okay, so that goes right there. And we got a nifty little bag for those as well. Put the bag over here. There's a top tray. We're gonna go to the bottom. Okay. Yes, so I'm right about that. Okay, I was wondering about it. So you get 6 of these. Yeah, so these are your card holders, so that's cool. So you get 6 of these card holders. So I guess these are how you're gonna hold your traps and stuff like that, so that's cool. Again, I'm not sure if this game is actually gonna be coming out in your local game shops or not. I backed this on Kickstarter, so what you're seeing here, it may or may not go to retail. I am not sure. I'm assuming it will because it's a franchise that's pretty well known. But again, I can't guarantee one way or the other. You'll have to contact Iconic Studios to find that out. So look what we got here. We got different parts of limbs. So these are lose 1 blood per turn, -1 hand, maximum cards in your hand. Ooh, you lost a limb there. Looks like you lost a hand. That's your left. Let's just take one of these guys here. All right, so hold on a second here. So I'm going to use this guy again. So we're going to use him. Push this up here. Move that over to here. Let's take a look at this. I put this right here. So you got a right arm. You got a left arm. So this is more of a severed arm. It says there, -1 max cards in hand. This is lose 1 pint of blood per turn and -1 hand. Oh, so it's even worse of an injury that you had there. Okay. Okay, these are really bad arm wounds. Okay. So that's cool. All right, those are all the same. And then over here, oh, I got another one of those. I'll put that in there. Enough for 6 people. Okay. So you need 6 sets of arms, 6 sets of legs, 6 sets of all that stuff. Okay, so let's take these off real quick. So we can pop that off. So we're going to try to make him a normal person again. So we're going to have this says here, it says arm, severe damage, -1 cards in hand. All right, this one says, that's getting severe. This one says arm, mild damage. So it's different kinds of damage you can go through. So again, as the arm is being damaged, more and more things are happening to you. Okay. So blue, so you got right arm, left arm. You got all this here. It's your arms. Okay. It's more damage to your arms. Oh, we got a lot of these. Oh, okay. I'm just looking in the box now as I'm trying to get through here. So then we have more. We have regular arms where they are not damaged as of yet. So he's wearing a jacket. So let's see if I can find his regular. So this is your starting point. All right, that's his arm. Yeah, that matches him. There you go. I like the fact that everything here, I'm picking up on the theme that this is putting everything together is like, again, it's like a puzzle. You're putting together a jigsaw puzzle. See, Jigsaw is the name of the character, main character of Saw itself. So there you go. That's how he would look with his normal arms. So as his arms get damaged, blip, things start to change on him. Till eventually it's down to a stump. And the arm is eventually removed, the hand is removed, all that stuff like that. So that's wicked cool. That's really cool. All right. And these are all the rest of the arms for the other players. So I'll put those over here like that. I'm not going to put them all together. Let's see if they got legs in here too. Let me see, because I see possibly space for the legs or no. Or they, I assume that, no, these are legs. Okay, that goes on top of here. That's that pile there. That's the wounds. And this is your set of arms for all your other characters, which I'll put over here. Let's get arms for characters there. And then we have, it's really interesting. It's really, really cool. I wish they had, the only thing I'm noticing, I'm wishing they had divots where, okay, that's better. I wish they had divots where you can kind of put your fingers in to grab the pieces. Okay, those are leg injuries. So I don't know if he's wearing jeans. That could be him. That could be his leg right there. No, that's not the right leg. So let's take a look through his legs. Oh, military boot, maybe? Nope, that's not the right leg for him. That looks more like him, right there. Yep. He's got the other dirty sneaker, that's it. Nope. Maybe that goes, nope, that's not it. I gotta do it right there. Okay. So I gotta push this up a little bit. Push everything up just a little bit. Running out of room here on the table, so I can push this up a little bit. There appears to be a lot, I hate to say it, there happens to be a lot of pieces to this puzzle here. So there's your character when he's completely normal. And then, as damage is taken, and here's the legs to the other, I hate to say it, to the other players. Okay, that's that here. So as they're taking damage, like an example, say it says -1 draw with searching. So I guess if you get your leg cut off, like if he gets his leg amputated up to that point there, guess what? He can't move around. He's in bad shape. All right. So that's what I'm seeing here. So you have, again, your legs can be amputated off, and you can become an amputee. So I'm trying to show you all these things. They're a little snug in their compartments, that's why I'm having a little bit of a hard time. And some of them have front and back sides to them. Okay. So there's a leg. So you got your leg. So that can go on either this side leg or that side leg. You see how that works? Okay. Again, it's different levels of injury. So this side could be amputated down and this side could be injured as well. So you put it on like that. Again, it's really very, very clever system. And then you have this. Again, it could be this leg here or this leg here, depending on which side it's on. And each card, it tells you what your damage is. So this one here, it says leg severe damage, -1 draw with searching. Leg severe damage, -1 draw with searching. So it tells you for this one. So if it's red, again, it's getting worse. So blue is the first, I guess red is the second. So I've got a bunch of these legs here. Okay. Again, it's got a lot of duplicates because again, they're 4, 6, it's up to 6 players. So you got this, you got that. Again, you have your worst type of amputee, which is basically your leg is completely severed. And then, but it's severed, but it has a tourniquet on it. See that? It's got the tourniquet on it. That's a good thing. This one looks like it's severed without a tourniquet on it. So it says lose 1 blood per turn and -1 draw with searching. So again, so he's bleeding every round, you're losing an extra blood. So you got to find a tourniquet in which to tie it off to turn it back to this one here, which would make it better for your character to survive. There's all different kinds of these, and again, you flip the car, you flip them this way or that way, depending on where the peg is. So here the peg is this way, it goes this way, and you would flip it over that way for that. Okay, so that's all those legs. I'm just kind of showing you the examples of these. Again, it's enough for 6 players. So you have, and these cards are double-sided. So again, you flip it this way. If the leg is on, if it's this leg here that's wounded, it goes there. If it's this leg, it gets connected that way. So you see how that works. Okay, you have a lot of these tiles. So it looks like these are all the same. Leg mild damage, leg mild damage. Yep. So blue is mild. Red is worse than the amputee, and then it's amputee without a, it's the amputee without the, yeah, so it's left leg and right leg. Yeah, so they're just reversed. So this one says it's, yeah, this one says leg mild damage, and this one says leg mild damage as well. So again, it's either right foot or leg, or right leg or left leg. So you got your leg damages, you got all that stuff like that here as well. So you got your arm damage, you've got your leg damage. I guess your head damage is not one of the options you have here for here. Again, so each character gets a player board. Each player gets a character. These are where they're attached up top here, which tells you how much your blood loss is. So you can connect them. So there's number 4. You can put down 5. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can connect all the way up to number 10. Yeah. So that's what it is. So that's how it works. So you got 4 damage. You lost 4 blood. Then the 8 or 9. The 8 would go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 would go on top of the 4. You see what I'm saying? And that would go in the 4. And yeah, okay. Yep. Then this would be 9. This would be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So on top of the 1, the 6 would go there. On top of the 2, the 7 would go there. On top of the 3, the 8 would go there. On top of the 4, the 9 would go there. And on top of the 5, the 10 would go there. So it would be the matching number that goes with it. All right. So I get that now too. All right. So we're cooked with gas, as I say. So, all right. So you got your arms. You got your characters' bodies over here. This is the legs. Over here is the arms for each of the characters. Again, these are your card holders. Again, you have 6 of those. You got the main rules. You got the saw, which is really cool. Put that over here. And you get also 2 more decks of cards. So these are the cards that are needed. So let's take a look at these. So this looks like a very interesting game. I just happened to play the Texas Chainsaw Massacre games with my daughter this past weekend. And now I'll say I just actually took a photo of this and sent it to my daughter, and she's like, wow, we got to play that the next time we get together. I'm like, hey, you got it. We're on. Okay, so that's what we got here. Okay, so I'm going to open up both sets of cards. See both sets of cards. It looks like, yep. Okay, so to create traps, you need certain things. Okay, there's your Billy cards. All right, we've set that. So chemicals, and your Billy cards, and then you have the big cards. All right, so we got a bunch of different cards here. Okay, just separating them real quick, just so we can all take a look at it together. Okay, so looks like we have. So let's start off with the easier ones. All right, so let's take a look at these Billy cards. They've mentioned that these are important cards in the game. We read about it up here. So this can either save you or really hurt you. All right, I want to play a game. It says, or you can either ward off someone or stop them by adding 3 points to it. The choice is yours which way you want to use these. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these cards, 1 for each player, I guess. So I guess once the 6 are done, they're done. All right, so you got your Billy cards. Those are cool. Now again, I'm gonna pull this thing out here. Let's take a look. All right, that's exactly what they are. Card holders. All right, that's pretty awesome. All right, that's very, very cool. And you can put them in the back too, back row. Yep, all right, cool. So you can put a bunch of cards on there. That's great. All right, so those are your Billy cards. And then I got some more cards here. We got something called the pig cards. So let's see what that says. It says when you use when setting a trap, your victim can't choose the sacrifice. All right, so you get 3 of those. It looks like might be more. So I'm saying 3 for the time being because that's all I found so far. You've got tourniquets. You got anesthetic, and you have a trap, the reverse bear trap, and you have some video. So let's take a look at each of these one at a time. You've got a video. It says, I want to play a game. Okay, I want to play. Maybe that's allows you to, again, I don't know how to play the game. I backed it on Kickstarter. They didn't tell you exactly how to play the game. So, okay, so we got a video card as well. Put this over here. You've got a tourniquet. Again, I pointed out with the leg wounds, the tourniquet. So I show it on here. There's the tourniquet right there. The same thing right there, the tourniquet. So these are very, very important things. It stops a blood loss, which is very, very cool. So you need these. So you got 3 of those cards. So it doesn't look like there's too many of those around. So it means you got to search around looking for things. Anesthetic for cleaning. All right. It says reduce the sacrifice value of a trap by 1. Can't be used to make a sacrifice value 0. All right. So that's anesthetic. Throw those over there. There's a big trap. The reverse bear trap, of course, made famous in the first Saw film. Reverse bear trap. When used when setting a trap, you choose the sacrifice type. A hand, a leg, or blood. +1 to the sacrifice value. If your victim completes the trap with no damage, you lose 3 blood. All right, so you put this on somebody. If you win, you're golden. If they're bad, you lose 3 blood. That could be a lot. That's put you down to 7. That's no good. All right. Okay, so it looks like these are some other cards we have here. It says, it's candle, obviously. It says 3 from the deck, keep 1. Flashlight, 4 from the deck, keep 2. So I guess you can maximum keep 2. Strong torch, 5 from the deck, keep 3. Like, I guess you get 5 search. I guess you get 5 search with that. You can only keep 3 of the cards. The candle, you can search 3 things for the deck and keep only 1 card. Okay, makes sense. This says metal detector. State if you want a mechanism, object, or escape card. Then discard cards from the deck until you find one. Take that card. That's a metal detector. You got a bin, trash bin. Take one of your choice from discard. Okay, you can go back and grab something else. Room map. View and rearrange the top 10 cards of the deck. Oof. Toolbox. Discard all cards in your hand and workbench, and then draw 5 cards from the deck. Again, you got some more videos, so that you got 5 of those video cards. All right, so we saw those. Those go back here. So we actually had 5 of those video cards. All right, 5 Billy, 5 video. Okay, got the reverse bear trap, and then you got, when you're searching around, these are cards that'll help you to search. So these are your search cards, and you're going to use those to look for items. Okay, I got that. Makes sense to me. These kind of all are specialty cards, so they all go together. Makes sense to me. So these are different decks. Now, what's interesting is that when I look in the back of the cards, there is nothing that indicates what deck they belong to. So I guess you're gonna have to read through the instruction book and figure that all out, because that's kind of, well, it should have gave you an indication of something on it, because I don't think, yeah, all the cards look the same to me. So if you're supposed to have multiple decks, this makes it a little bit harder to figure out where your cards are. All right. Now we also have chemicals. So what's it say here? It says hypodermic needle, it's 2. Oh, okay, 2 for wrench, hammer, screwdriver, hacksaw, strong chemicals, mallet, circular saw, screwdriver set, chains, bleach. Bleach has 3 things, no. Yep, use one or the other, okay. Then you have bleach again, hand drill, crowbar, straps, scissors, wire, sander, pliers, a hatchet, a clamp. So obviously you need these things to create your traps. That's what I'm going to figure that you need. So okay, so those are some more items that you can find there. All right, so this helps you to search around in the darkness with it, and it tells you how many cards you pull from the deck and how many of the cards you keep of that you pull. And then over here, you have your traps. See, now again, it should, somewhere on the card, it should say what the card is used for. So again, by flipping over this way, you kind of know, but okay. So these are your mechanism cards. Also, top right, it tells me right there it's a mechanism. So you got mechanism. Okay, so mechanism, keep that here. Okay, up here we say object. You have escape. Okay, so you got 3 different decks, 3 different types of cards there. So let's take a look. You've got your mechanism. So it says a collar. A collar around your neck is armed with a collar around your neck is armed with search around the collar. The collar will trigger. Okay, so you have the collar on you. Okay, there. Make the sacrifice either blood. It says 6 on there. So I don't know what these all mean. We got to figure this out. Okay, you got a chain. An ankle chain is pulling you towards something. Basically, they're not putting the word in it, towards a trap. So this is the trap that you're putting someone in, either the collar, the chain. Okay, collar around your neck is armed with search around the collar. The collar will trigger. An ankle chain is pulling you towards. Reach inside the device. The chain will pull you in. Okay, make your sacrifice. That's attached to your leg, obviously. This is taking blood from you. Okay, make the sacrifice. You are trapped in a cage surrounded by, it looks like bars of some sort, metal bars. Reach carefully between the bars. You will remain trapped in the cage. Make a sacrifice. Do you stick your hand in there? If you do, this is something that you get. Okay. Walls, rack, pit, maze, furnace, glass coffin, the chair, platform, box, bathtub. All right, so these are all traps that were actually in the Saw film, which is really, really cool. So if you ever wondered what all the traps were called or what all the inventions were called, we'll push this up a little bit so we can see a little bit more here. So we would know that these are the traps that are used. So that's just some of the traps. Now that's the traps there, or the mechanisms. Those are mechanism cards. So then we also have something called object cards. Oh, so maybe the cards work together. Broken glass, object. Shards of broken glass, avoiding the shattered glass, and the glass will slice. So wait a minute here. Maybe we gotta match them with the glass. Hold on a second. See if this goes with this. The base of your coffin is packed with shards of broken glass. All right, now that makes more sense. Carefully reach into the base, avoiding the shattered glass, and so you need a mechanism, an object, and the escape. So let's see if I can find that too. Oh, so that's how you're gonna make the traps. I think that's what I got to remember what some of these are. Yep. Okay, so let's just hypothetically say it's right cord, fuse, button, battery, valve, switch, power light. Okay, there we go. So that was, where's the one I just saw? The key. Okay, the key. You need the key. So that's what you would need. So you make your trap. So to make a trap, you need all three of the cards. So that's what it appears to me. So you read it across. That makes sense to me now. Okay, so I'm learning without reading the instructions. It says, the base of your coffin is packed with shards of broken glass. To escape, you need to carefully reach into the base, avoiding the shattered glass, and find the key. Without it, the coffin will lock and the glass will slice the flesh from your bones. 5 from deck, then discard 2. Let the game begin. The choice is yours. You either give up 2 blood loss, you make the sacrifice, you lose 2 things of blood. So that's how you do. That's how you play the game. Okay, I got it. So when you're searching, you're looking for different things that will be able to allow you to make. You have to have the right components to make the trap itself. All right, that's pretty cool. So again, the base of your coffin is packed with shards of broken glass. To escape, you need to carefully reach into the base, avoiding the shattered glass, and find the key. Without it, the coffin will lock and the glass will slice the flesh from your bones. 5 from the deck, and you pull 5 cards from the deck and then discard 2. Let the game begin. All right, so there you go. So again, you have those. So I showed you the mechanism cards already. These are mechanisms. So you got the collar, the chain, the cage, the walls, the rack, the pit, the maze, the furnace, the chair, the platform, the box, the bathtub, and of course in here also with one other one, which was the glass coffin. And then you have your objects. So, object with the broken glass, the cables, the pipes, the barbed wire, the nails, the scrap metal, the saw blades, the hot coal, the poison, the needles, the knives, the drills, and the acid. So they have to go. You have to put them together. I got it. And last but not least, again, it's a puzzle that you're putting together yet again with the cards, which is very cool. I like that. So the escape thing, the key, the cord, the fuse, the button, the battery, the valve, the switch, the pulley, the timer, the lever, the cog, the code, or the circuit. So again, I'll put one together just so we see what it looks like there. And this was the box. This is the top one, right? So again, when you put all three of the cards together as a puzzle, boom, 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 you can read the statement across the sides here. It tells you what you do. To search, you take 3 from the deck, then discard 2. So I could take 3 probably from here to see what I need to fix this all here, what I need to survive. Again, make the sacrifice. Either you lose part of your hand, or you lose 2 blood. It's a choice that you have to make, the choices you have to make. Not sure why they have the 6 here and the 8 here. I'm not sure why, but we'll have to figure that out. Anyway, so again, this is a Kickstarter version of the game Saw, the Jigsaw Trials. I just got it literally 5 minutes ago. The post office dropped it off. I figured I'd do an unboxing for you. Again, you get the 6 card stands. Again, this is the Kickstarter version. This is the complete Kickstarter version. There were no additional add-ons. It was just basically this core box game. So you have your card holders, your rule book. You have your player boards, which are up top here. You have your player, which is right there. You set up with this right arm, a right arm, and a left arm. You have a right leg and a left leg, which are right here. Oh, sorry, I've got to pull these in a little bit more so everybody sees the tiles. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff in this game, so I'm trying to keep it all together here. All right. Then in the game here, you have all kinds of cards. You have your deck here, which is your mechanism deck. You have your object deck, and you have your escape deck right there. You have your search deck right here, which is the items that you're trying to look for. You have your different things that you can find, which are chemicals and wrenches and stuff like that you can use to help yourself get out of your traps. And then you have your specialty cards, which are like your reverse bear trap, your tourniquet, which helps you keep blood, anesthetic, which makes the pain less for you. The video here, not sure what that does. You got some more tourniquets, you got videos, and you got your Billy card that you can either play on someone or use it for yourself to keep save for 3 blood, and the pig card, which sets the trap on someone else. And again, as I said down here, this is the character board that you use, and that these are the items where you start changing when you start getting hands hurt, arms hurt, legs hurt, things of that nature. And here over here are your clips for your puzzle pieces that go up top here, which show that your blood loss that you're losing. Again, the person who wins the game is the only survivor of the game and is able to get through the game. You could be bleeding, you could be losing limbs, but you are the survivor. Only one survivor in the game survives. And of course, the other thing I forgot to mention, we also have the little saw that came also with the game as well. So this is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of the Kickstarter edition of Saw, the Jigsaw Trials, brought to you by Lionsgate, Twist Pictures, and of course Iconic Studios. For more information, go to iconicstudios.com. This game is for 1 to 6 players, recommended for ages 18 and above. It takes 40 minutes to play if there's only 2 players. If you have up to 6 players, it could take up to 120 or 2 hours in which to play the complete game. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. You can also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.